Well, I'm joined by Danny Shaw, former BBC Home Affairs correspondent. Danny, before we get to the Nicola Bulley case, which is really gripping the nation, I know in the green room here every night this week, this is what people are talking about. Before we get to that, last Friday in Knowsley, in Merseyside, there was a protest, a community protest. It was about a particular video that we saw of someone talking to an underage girl. Residents said this had been going on for some months. They launched a peaceful protest. There was a counter-protest that took place from Care for Calais. Then some real yobs, dangerous people turned up with sledgehammers, balaclavas. And yet, you know, you're a seasoned professional of the media and how they portray stories. It was pretty much wall to wall that, you know, the far right in Knowsley, probably the most left-wing constituency in Britain, but somehow all of these people that protested were labelled as far right. You know, 180 charities got together to say the government should condemn any protests of any kind at all. I just felt, and we did have a couple of people on this show who were Knowsley residents who spoke to us, not on camera. They were concerned about doing that. How one-sided can the media be on some of these Home Affairs stories?
Well, I would just say that whenever there's a demonstration, whether it's to do with asylum issues or whether it's in London to do with stop the war or whatever it might be, or anti-police protest, when it normally starts peacefully. Yeah. You know, it's normally during the day, there's peaceful, it's normally sort of good-natured, and then you get the troublemakers perhaps coming in the evening. And the headlines afterwards are all about the trouble. They don't reflect the peaceful nature of the protest. So I don't think there's anything that unusual about the media coverage in that sense about the protests in Knowsley. It focused on the trouble, the disorder and all the rest of it, which was really, you know, serious. Yeah,
but I just felt the very right for residents to protest about these migrant hotels was being called into question.
Well, I can't speak for all the media coverage,
no, sure.
But I think that's, you know, there is probably an argument to say that some of that has been sort of clouded, the right of people to protest has been clouded. The police have put out a statement subsequently saying that there was a lawful protest and they were facilitating that lawful protest. Yeah. And it was then subsequently sort of taken over by troublemakers, etc. Now, you know, but it's inevitable that the focus is going to be on the trouble. I know. But you know, but I would just question, it's absolutely, people have the right to protest. Of course they do. But going outside accommodation, be it a hotel, wherever it is, where people who are in this country and are being accommodated, you know, protesting outside that, is that really the best place? Shouldn't they take their protest to the Home Office?
Well, it's a long way. It's a long way from Knowsley, but yeah, I get your point. Some would see it as being provocative, but we'll see. There's another protest planned in Cornwall this Saturday. We'll see how that goes, and lots of these protests taking place in our